Now, principle number 6, absolutely the most crucial. And you wanna know what it is? Make mistakes. Don't sit on the sidelines because you're afraid of screwing up, because that's what success is. Failure and mistakes are essential to success. The man who's made 1,000 mistakes has more power than the man who never tried. So keep trying, and the more you mess up, the more you learn, and the more you learn, the better you become. And look at anyone who's ever achieved anything great. Do you know how many mistakes it took them to finally get something right? Every single expert at some point was a beginner. Rachel Ray, Alton Brown, Giada, something Italian, they have all made mistakes. I know it's scary. I know you're like, oh my God, I just spent $150 on this organic tomato. I don't want to burn it. I don't want to screw it up. But that's okay. Screw it up, because guess what happens when you screw it up? You learn. If it's like a really, really big mistake ingrained into your DNA, you're not going to make that mistake again, and you're going to get better and better and better. That's what learning is. What you do after that mistake has been made is exactly what's going to determine your future. If you're like, oh, I made a mistake, I'm a victim, I'm not gonna try anymore, I'm gonna give up, you're never gonna learn. But if you're like, you know what, now I know not to do that anymore, and then you keep going, and then you make another mistake, and then you go even further, and then you make an even bigger mistake, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, that's when you succeed. And that's not just for baking, that's life. Let's say you're just traumatized because you've made so many mistakes in the past. Guess what? That's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to make mistakes. You were supposed to screw up. You were supposed to light the kitchen on fire. Hopefully you had insurance, but you can't sit on the sidelines and be afraid of taking risks. If you never take a risk, you can't risk succeeding. Do not, I repeat, do not be afraid of making mistakes. You have nothing to be ashamed of. If you made a mistake, you know what that means? That means you tried. And every time you look that mistake in the eye and you say, I'm not gonna let you hold me back, guess what? That's what counts. I want you to be excited. I want you to post it on your Facebook. And that leads me to the 7th principle, and the most important: have fun. Have fun. Oh my gosh. Baking is so much more magical than the end result. What matters is the memories that were made, not the way the food came out. You think whenever I'm remembering my grandma and making meatballs with her, I'm thinking about that one meatball that got overcooked? No, I remember her tickling me and letting me eat the spoon. The smiles and the laughter and the fun. That's what baking is all about, and make sure you remember that every step of the baking process. I would much rather you have burned cookies and an awesome day than the perfect cupcake, but you're miserable and you're stressed and your hair is falling out and everyone's been fighting with each other. If you had a great time with your family, or you're proud of yourself for putting something together, that's what counts, because you had fun, because you made a memory, because you had an experience. Don't be afraid. What are you afraid of? You're cooking for the people you love. You're cooking for your family, or you're cooking for yourself. Alton Brown isn't gonna pop out of the oven and scream at you for being an idiot. They're gonna be proud of you for making something from nothing. And that right there, that is what baking is all about. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. Remember, have fun and let's get baking. Thanks again for joining me in the kitchen today. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you hit that subscribe button so I can see you next week. Also, leave me a comment letting us know what we should bake. If we use your suggestion, we'll make sure to give you a shout out. But why stop there? Let's keep this party going. You can click on either side of me for more video recipes, or if you want to learn a little more about our baking buddy, you can click right below me to see a quick video that shows you how it all works. And if you like this video, let us know. Leave us a comment or hit like. You would not believe how much one little click helps all of us out here. Also, you can join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest, where you'll find more recipes, more tips, and pictures of the amazing creations that you've sent us. Remember, our community is not complete without you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week.